Recently, I went to Duwamish Gardens Park. It's located just off of West Marginal Way in West Seattle, right across from the Duwamish Longhouse. And it's been home to the Coast Salish people for thousands of years, and it's where inhabitants processed fish from the river. The land was settled and farmed by the Thomas Ray family beginning in the 1880s. It was later bought by Joseph Corosino and other Italian immigrants, who for decades ran the truck farming business called Duwamish Gardens. The Rays had built a farmhouse, barn, and other outbuildings on the property. Corosino and his partners added greenhouses and additional structures. Duwamish Gardens became the social heart and soul of the local Italian community. As many as 25 to 30 visitors took part each week. The men played bocce or poker, and the women enjoyed each other's company as they sewed and tended to the meal. It was a welcome break from the demanding work week. On Sundays, we'd only work from 4 a.m. until noon, recalled Ronaldo Corosino. The afternoon socializing was a natural expression of the traditional patron system, whereby more established immigrants helped newer arrivals acclimate while also helping all feel connected with their old country roots. Tukwila purchased the property in 2008 and marked the completion of the Duwamish Gardens project on May 13, 2017, with the official opening of a 2.18-acre park where the heart of the old farmstead had been. Interpretive panels were installed explaining the site's cultural significance, including its connections with native peoples, the pioneering Ray family, and the Italian-American truck farming community. A key part of the park was an area carved out of the riverbank for the benefit of young salmon. Duwamish Gardens provides nearly an acre of shallow water habitat for salmon where they can feed on insects and invertebrates that live among the vegetation in the mud and beneath the stones. People can launch a kayak or a raft or canoe or walk the shoreline trail with outstanding views of the river and beautiful surrounding hills. At the time Duwamish Gardens project opened, planning was underway for additional salmon habitat restoration and a bigger, adjacent park to be built immediately to the west. Meanwhile, the Duwamish Gardens site offered a familiar place of remembrance of a small stretch of calm under the light rail line and just off of the busy highway. In 2017, one of the Rays' great-granddaughters repeated that description in a newspaper article she wrote when the property became the Duwamish Gardens Park. The Rays had a welcoming at-home atmosphere for all townsfolk and provided a community gathering place and much-needed social levity in a period when life could be difficult. And I came across this bench, which I found interesting. I don't see a description of it, but I look at the materials and its construction. I think of railroad ties and spikes, even built for docks or for large ships where they could tie up. To me, it signifies the railroad or ship docks are like stitches across the wounds of native where white men's commerce and settlement would prosper. I find it significant that the park is now again to grow salmon and recover a natural ecosystem.